Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The diagnostic trouble code DTC P00FE indicates a blockage in the evaporative emission EVAP vent line system. This blockage can cause a disruption in the proper functioning of the vehicle's emissions control system, ultimately affecting its performance and environmental compliance. The components involved include the EVAP canister, the EVAP purge valve, the fuel tank system, and the EVAP leak check module. These components play crucial roles in managing fuel vapors from the fuel tank, ensuring they're captured and sent back into the engine for combustion instead of being released into the atmosphere. When the EVAP system is not operating correctly, the Powertrain Control Module, PCM, detects abnormalities, resulting in the storage of the DTC for further investigation. Understanding this code is vital for both emission standards compliance and maintaining overall vehicle efficiency. The DTC P00FE points to an issue with the EVAP system, specifically a blockage affecting the vent line. The components that need special attention are the EVAP canister, located near the fuel tank, and the EVAP leak check module, usually found in the engine compartment. The EVAP canister stores fuel vapors and helps channel them into the engine during combustion to minimize emissions. The Powertrain Control Module, PCM, constantly monitors this system. If it finds the volume of the EVAP system to be less than specified under decompression, it triggers this DTC. Each of these components plays a significant role in ensuring that harmful vapors are effectively managed, thus preventing them from escaping into the environment. If any blockages are present within these linked systems, they could lead to an increase in emissions that may ultimately affect vehicle compliance with regulations. Several potential causes may lead to the activation of DTC P00FE. First, there may be a blockage within the fuel tank system that prevents the proper venting of fuel vapors. This can occur due to debris, dirt, or other contaminants obstructing pathways. Secondly, a blockage in the EVAP canister itself can arise from accumulated carbon deposits or physical damage that restrict normal flow. Thirdly, the ELCM system, which is responsible for checking vent flow, could also be faulty due to restrictions or damage to its components. Lastly, if the EVAP leak check module, a critical component in detecting leakages in the EVAP system, has failed, it might signal the DTC. Diagnosing these components carefully is crucial to pinpointing the exact source of the blockage. When DTC P00FE is triggered, several symptoms may manifest in the vehicle's operation. The most immediate and noticeable is the illumination of the check engine light on the dashboard, alerting the driver to a system issue. Alongside this, drivers may experience a decrease in fuel efficiency, as the blockage may impede the proper venting and recycling of fuel vapors. A more concerning symptom is the potential to fail an emissions test due to higher levels of unburned fuel vapors. Furthermore, if there is a persistent odor of fuel vapors, it could indicate that the EVAP system is not functioning correctly, raising safety concerns. Identifying these symptoms early can prevent further complications and more serious issues down the line. For the first troubleshooting step, addressing DTC P00FE, the initial action involves reducing the fuel level in the tank to 3/4 or less of its total capacity. This action is essential as it allows the EVAP system to be adequately tested without overwhelming it with fuel. Once this is completed, the vehicle's ignition is turned to the on mode to activate the electronic systems without starting the engine. The next step involves using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to run the EVAP leak check module test. If the test results indicate any abnormalities, or if the result is not okay, this effectively duplicates the failure condition recorded by the PCM. Identifying the problem in this preliminary phase streamlines the diagnostic process and provides a clear direction for further inspections. The second step in troubleshooting DTC P00FE is to focus on the fuel tank system. Begin by inspecting the fuel tank for any signs of blockage that might prevent normal venting. It is crucial to ensure that all lines are clear and free from any debris that could interfere with the system's operation. This involves disconnecting the fuel vent tube from the EVAP canister and connecting a vacuum pump or gauge to assess the system thoroughly. By applying pressure to the hose, technicians can determine whether the normal conditions apply, specifically that pressure should not be held. If the system fails to meet this criteria and pressure accumulates, it indicates a blockage within the fuel tank system that must be addressed before further diagnosing the other components. In the third troubleshooting step for DTC P00FE, the focus shifts to the EVAP canister. Disconnect the fuel vent tube and the drain tube from the EVAP canister for a thorough inspection. A vacuum pump or gauge should then be connected to the drain tube port to assess its condition under pressure. When applying pressure, the expectation is for the system to hold without any abnormal readings. If pressure is not held, it signifies that the EVAP canister is functioning correctly. However, if it does not meet this standard, further investigation into the canister for potential blockages or damage is necessary. Addressing these problems is essential for the restoration of optimal function in the EVAP system. The fourth troubleshooting step for addressing DTC P00FE entails inspect the ELCM system, critical to the functionality of the EVAP system. This inspection requires examining the ELCM components for blockages, restrictions, or any signs of physical damage. Given the importance of the ELCM in maintaining proper venting of fuel vapors, any disruption in its operation could lead to abnormal readings that trigger the DTC. It is essential to carry out this inspection meticulously, as minor restrictions can have significant impacts on system performance. If blockages or damage are identified, repairs or replacements may be necessary to restore proper functionality. Ensuring the integrity of the ELCM system is paramount to achieving compliance with emission standards. The final troubleshooting step for DTC P00FE involves inspecting the EVAP leak check module. This module is vital for detecting leaks within the EVAP system, and failing to function correctly could lead to erroneous DTC activation. If all previous inspections for the fuel tank system, EVAP canister, and ELCM system yielded normal conditions, but the DTC persists, the leak check module is likely the source of the problem. Conducting a thorough diagnosis of this module will confirm whether it is indeed faulty. By validating the normal operation of the other components, technicians can isolate the issue, ensuring a precise and effective repair. This systematic approach is crucial for maintaining the vehicle's emission systems without unnecessary replacements. Following the troubleshooting and necessary repairs for DTC P00FE, a final verification step is essential to confirm the success of the repairs made. Technicians should run a series of tests to ensure all systems are operating within the specified parameters. This involves verifying that the EVAP system can vent correctly without blockages, and all components are functioning as designed. Once the verification tests show successful operation, it is crucial to clear the diagnostic trouble code DTC from the powertrain control module PCM. This ensures that any historical error is not lingering and causes unnecessary concern for the vehicle owner. A thorough final check helps maintain vehicle integrity and guarantees adherence to safety and emission standards. to mitigate the risk of encountering DTC P00FE in the future, implementing regular preventive maintenance is advisable. Schedule routine inspections of the EVAP system to detect any emerging issues before they escalate. This includes conducting vacuum system tests to ensure proper integrity, as well as monitoring for any signs of leaks or blockages. It's also important to keep the fuel tank clean and free from contaminants that could obstruct the EVAP system's pathways. Furthermore, maintaining the vehicle's overall health through timely service can enhance the performance of the emission system and prevent recurring issues. Engaging thoroughly with preventive measures will contribute to the long-term reliability and efficiency of the vehicle. In summary, understanding and addressing DTC P00FE is critical for effective vehicle maintenance and compliance with emission standards. The diagnostic process emphasizes the need for clear insights into the function and integrity of the EVAP system, including crucial components like the EVAP canister, ELCM system, and the EVAP leak check module. Each step of the troubleshooting process builds on the previous findings, enabling technicians to diagnose issues accurately. Regular inspections and diligent preventive maintenance also play an essential role in sustaining the vehicle's performance and environmental adherence. Ultimately, clearing this DTC contributes to both efficient operation and the reduction of harmful emissions into the atmosphere. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.